Hey guys, and welcome back to Building Your Dream. So on this episode we're going to be doing the fences. So I'm starting off by digging the posts because I'm going to be doing them all myself. So I've got this auger here that's going to help me out. I've never used one before, so wish me luck. It also weighs more than half of me, so the ground to get us started, because I could not hold it and start it at the same time.
Okay, so I want to be really clear. I literally knew nothing about fences before I started doing this. Like, literally nothing. I didn't know what an auger was. I didn't know how you got the holes. I didn't know what tensioning the fence mesh or the wire was. I didn't know what you did with posts to treat them before putting them in the ground. But, you know, there's a thing called Google, and I used that, and I just looked everything up, and I was able to work it all out. I also worked out that I could probably get materials quite cheap or free off Marketplace and use what I had in my environment. Okay, also I want to make it very clear, this is also why I did not know that you need to tie up your hair. Please, if you ever use an auger, tie up your hair. I will learn this the hard way very soon.
Alright, let's see what we've done. Of course, if I can turn it off. Alright, I think she's big enough though. I'll show you guys, and then we'll get the measuring tape out. Alrighty, so that's from one go. Let's see how much it measures out to. Okay, we probably actually need about 10 more centimetres.
Okay, so here I go digging all my little holes, and this is about the moment where I learn why you should tie your hair up.
Hey guys, so I just want to stress the importance of tying your hair up when using anything with a motor, because luckily that thing just switched itself off, but all of that was stuck in the motor. So we've dug all our holes now. The ones on the other side I would like to go a bit deeper with. There's lots of rock in there, so I'm hoping that we get some rain and it can maybe soften it up and I can try again. Otherwise I might have to hand them out with a shovel. But I'm just starting to put the posts in, as you can see behind me. So I'm just making sure that no sand and stuff has fallen to the bottom of these, and then it's still quite deep, and then I'm just putting the posts in and securing them. But I've only got 3, so after this I'm going to be cutting logs and making my own posts. Alright, so these pine posts have been treated too, so that they'll last for 10 years compared to a few years.
So when I knew I was going to be doing a fence, I looked on Marketplace to see if I could find any of the materials I needed, and I found someone that had wire mesh and 3 of these pine posts. So I grabbed these 3, but I couldn't find any others, and it looked like it was going to be too expensive anyway.
So these are the logs that got tore down from the earthworks, from the clearing of the house. So the container home is going to go behind me. So I'm just going to be using these to make the fence posts. So what I'm going to do is cut them to size, and then I'm going to shave the bottom third of the bark, get rid of all the dirt and stuff, and then give it a coat of wood protection, I think it is. Yeah. So we'll see how we go.
Okay, so I've since learnt too that you can actually burn the bottoms of the posts to protect them from termites. So if you're doing that, just keep that in mind. Also though, you just want to keep the wood a bit protected from dampness and the wet, basically. Also, I'm pretty sure my chainsaw needs a new chain, and that's why I'm making this look so hard, right? So I'm just cutting the post to a length of 1.8 meters here, and then I'm going to stick a third of them into the ground. And then I'm just lining them all up to make my life a little bit easier. The width of them, I don't actually know exactly, but I was aiming for pretty medium size, pretty good size, I guess. So I ended up having to do about 70 to 80 of these guys, and it wasn't easy, but it was definitely cheap. So that's always the way I tend to go. I also used probably about 8 litres of the wood protector, I would say.
So as you can see over here is my first lot of
pine posts that I did. So they've already been coated with one coat of wood protection. So this is my second load, so I'm just going to shape the bottom off now, get all the bark and dirt off, and then do a layer of wood protection on that too, and I need to do a second layer on these lot as well. So after letting them dry out, you have the fun task of loading them all into the car. And yes, there's probably definitely an easier way to do this, but I love a good challenge, so why not? So this was the first. Tension on it, put some new staples in, and then cut off the top with wire cutters. And then I'm just going to put a wire across the top too and secure the fence mesh along the whole way just to give it some more tension and security. But I'm going through this wet area now. So I'm gonna have to get the shovel out. This is an old grass tree and get rid of her. As much as I clearly sound like I know what I'm doing in that clip, I still to this day do not know if that is even fence mesh. So it is still standing though, so it does work, but still not sure if it's the right thing to use. So fun little fact, grass tree's real name is a really, really, really long time. And I'm not saying that I did this professionally to any standards. I am just